Hi everybody, it's Pleiades. Hello. This is going to be a story video. So, the story is that we have this year been watching our dog, Pike, who is our service dog. She is 8, almost 9 now. And she's been getting more and more tired, and she's in chronic pain. And in general just needs a slower pace of life than helping us manage our life all the time. So so that was a really hard decision to come to, that we probably need to let her retire and we probably need to look for a new service dog. But we came to that conclusion last spring, and we started doing research about what kind of service dog to get and where to look for them and how to do it all. And it was very overwhelming, honestly. We did a lot of research on YouTube and learned about like the right way to get a service dog, which is usually through a breeder, and you have a trainer help you pick out your dog, and you make sure that it's meeting all these you do all these little tests with a puppy to see how social they are, how confident they are, how responsive they are to training. And you're able to tell a lot when they're little about how they're going to work for you when they're big. But all of this costs a lot of money. It's a lot of money to get a dog from a breeder. It's a lot of money to hire a trainer. And it's a lot of time and effort to put into all of this stuff. So we were doing our best, but honestly, our brain doesn't work that great. So it was really hard to get anywhere at all with it. But eventually, this summer and fall, we started looking at dogs, but we weren't able to find breeders that we could work with. I don't know why it's so hard for us personally to find breeders to go look at puppies, but it is. So instead we looked at shelters and on Craigslist, which is not how you're supposed to do it. But sometimes you have to do things the way you can do them instead of doing them the way you're supposed to do them, because you just need to do it. So we looked very seriously at 5 different dogs. We adopted 2 of them at different times, and nothing worked out. The first dog we adopted was a black lab puppy. He was adorable and sweet, but after about after one night with him, we were like, this is never going to work out, because he kept us up all night. He was crying a lot, really loud, and we have neighbors that live really close by in an apartment building, so that didn't seem like it was going to work for us. And then the amount of, with chronic fatigue syndrome, even though you don't recoup your energy through sleep, you still, if you don't get enough sleep, you lose all your spoons. So we were just kind of sobbing with exhaustion, because we couldn't, every 20 minutes we had to do something to entertain the dog and watch him and play with him and clean up after him, which is what you do with a puppy. It's normal. We knew that was going to happen, but we didn't know how it was going to affect us so big. So we rehomed him, and then we tried looking at adult dogs, but there weren't that many available. And then we adopted another puppy, a Chihuahua puppy, because we were like, well, maybe we can't adopt a big dog for a mobility dog, but we could adopt a little dog for a psychiatric service dog, which we really need. That Pike does a lot of that work. That's her main job. So we brought him this adorable Chihuahua puppy, and we kept her for almost a month. And we were very determined to make it work. But the problem is we still weren't getting to sleep every night. We were still having to be active constantly, and she was really, really energetic. She would just run in circles around us and around us and around us. It was awesome and cute and adorable. And Pike loved her, and they played together really well, and Pike was teaching her how to be a good dog. So yeah, I thought it was going to go well, but we were just every day sobbing with exhaustion. And the idea of having to do more work, go out and socialize the puppy and do all this training and make sure that she was safe to be in the public, because with a service dog, you have to really, really work hard to make sure your dog is safe in the public, that they're going to obey public laws, and that they're going to, I don't know, not shit in the store. Sometimes it happens, but usually it doesn't usually happen with service dogs. So after about a month of working hard at that, we decided it wasn't working for us, and we really had to rehome her as well. And that's the last dog that we looked at, because after that we were just like kind of crushed and like, this isn't working for us. It was really sad and hard to come to that conclusion. Part of the realization was just that we don't have the energy and the mental capacity at this moment to train a dog, because it's like training a child. It goes a little quicker, but you have to be on it 24/7 with a dog if you're really, really going to train them to be a service dog. And we just can't do it. Like, we don't have the health for that right now. And that sucks really badly. I don't even know, like, if we got a pre-trained service dog. Oh, I'm about to tell you about this lovely baby over here. I don't even know if we could get a pre-trained service dog, because they're not able to go outside every day, and you really need to take big service dogs for walks. It's really important that they can get their energy out so that they can be a better behaved service dog for you. So we did a crap ton of learning this year and looking around and realizing that maybe that's not in the cards for us at this time. Pike is partially retired. Sometimes she comes out with us, but often we leave her home. And that's how we had to leave it with dogs. But we still had this insane desire. I don't know if it's insane. It might be completely logical, but we felt, I don't know, like this big, big thing inside of us, like, we have to get a different companion animal this year because Pike is getting older, and we depend on Pike so much for our mental health that we can't be without another animal in case something happens to Pike, because she's older now and she has health problems. So we decided to look at getting a cat, because you don't have to go outside with your cat. They hang out inside with you all the time. You don't have to work very hard to train them. They train themselves, basically. And you can get an adult cat, because there are so many cats that need homes. So we went to the shelter one day, about 3 weeks ago, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago now. And we looked at all the cats that were there, and there were 2 that we really liked. One was kind of a black calico-ish color, and the other was a gray tabby. When we touched them, the black calico one had a really bad texture to her fur. It felt like it was really rough and kind of chalky. It was strange. So I was like, I bet she has health problems that haven't been discovered yet. And I don't have the ability to deal with undiscovered health problems right now. I have my own health problems. Oh my God, and mascara. It's fine. It's fine. So we picked out the gray tabby because, here, I'll show you now. Here she is. She was really confident and wanted to explore the wheelchair and jump in my lap. And she was really alert, and her fur was a really nice texture. And I just loved her from the moment I saw her. She's about 2 years old. Her name is Tundra, and she is adorable. Yeah. She likes to sleep in our bed with us and hang out with us all day. She liked to eat the plants in the beginning, but I taught her not to. And she also liked to check out the snakes, but I taught her not to go on top of their tanks by spraying her with water. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? So yeah, she's working out a lot better than a dog, a lot better. And we're really excited to have her. She's really great. By the time you see this video, we might have had her for a month. I don't know when we're gonna post this, because we're just recording a bunch of videos today. So I wanted to tell you that story because often when you're looking at animals and getting an animal, it's really easy to get caught up in just wanting to get the animal that you want. And we did certainly get caught up in the animal that we wanted, which is a dog. Excuse me. And we tried really hard to make it work with the dog, but it was so clear that it was not working because we can't do it by ourselves. We don't have enough health, energy, whatever. But I wanted to tell you that story because it's okay to go through that process. It's okay to just take it step by step with yourself and discover as you go. These dogs that we got, we were able to find what seemed like good homes for them. And gave them a good start to their life. Like while they were with us, they were having good treatment and good food and learning good behaviors. And so even though it was a really hard process, we keep trying to remind ourselves that there was nothing wrong with the process of going through it and learning along the way that this isn't what we're up for at this time, and it might be better to look at a different animal. So it was really hard for a little while to be open to getting a cat. We haven't owned a cat since we were in high school. And when we grew up, at one time our family had 21 cats, you guys. 21. We've owned more than 21 cats lived at my family's house over the course of my life. But the most we had at one time was 21 cats, which is what were we doing? There was a lot of problems growing up. This was maybe one of the more minor problems, honestly. So I wouldn't call myself a cat person. I love animals in general. My system loves animals and we depend on them. But we don't feel about cats the way it seems like cat people do. I don't know. Maybe I'm being unfair to cat people. They just seem like they immediately love their cats, and I don't. I feel like I still don't know Tundra very well. Hi, cute little cat. So I'm still learning what it means to love her and to care for her and to be her friend. So it was really hard to switch directions from dog to cat because my system was so set on a dog. But it's okay to switch directions, and it would have been okay to wait longer. It's a good, important process to go through. And it's okay. I think I'm just having to remind myself that it's okay because I still miss the Chihuahua puppy a lot. We got really attached to her. But it just wasn't going to work out for us. So maybe in another year, if we're feeling healthier, we can try again. Who knows? We'll see. But for now, that's where we're at. We have Pike and we have Tundra. We have 3 snakes. It's a good little family for us. So I hope you enjoyed this storytelling process, and hope you'll join us for another story sometime soon. Believe yourselves, believe in yourselves, keep living, and we're going to see you soon.